G'day traders, Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. Daily currency levels for the British pound crosses Tuesday, April 21st. Just taking a quick look at the calendar for today. We have this afternoon the British pound claimant count change, which is coming up in the next few minutes. Other than that, no major news on the calendar today. Our first pair up is our pound Aussie. When we look at yesterday and today, our 4-hour chart still inside of the 250 pip box between 97.50 and 9,500. We can see that the market cleared out stops on the bottom before reversing and giving us a pin hammer, classic pin hammer off the bottom for that reversal last night or yesterday afternoon. Stop hunting traders who were short, who were at break even on the engulfment. We currently have stops above, just put that in, above these trades that are existing and open. So we have stops underneath and stops above. This market has pinned up to the top part of the box, but since gone sideways on a 1, 2, 3. How this market proceeds from here, we'll look for this afternoon. On our 15-minute chart, we can see existing profitable trades from yesterday's Asian session were stopped out, either for a loss or for break even. We have existing long trades off the bottom, off of that 94.50, 9,500 area, and then the market coming down this morning in Asia, giving us an engulfment pin hammer 3-bar combination off of 9,600 before moving up 100 pips, consolidating at yesterday's high, 3 pins to the high, pin hammer for the short trade. That market has since come down, consolidated, and gone sideways. This market could potentially either come back through to get traders from Asia before retesting that move up, or indeed pull back up and move back down towards yesterday's low. Currently, we're inside of short trades and long trades. That 97.50 area will give us an idea of where the market will head to. Next up is our pound Canadian. This market has been trading in a sideways range. We see yesterday it stayed in that consolidation before reversing and breaking higher, hitting stops from Friday night's high. The short traders in from Friday's session still intact, stopped out at break even, but their stops above those highs are still intact. And last night's reversal bar has stops below it at 74.65. Currently, again, this market is moving sideways in that consolidation above that 7,500 area. When we look at our 15-minute chart, just blow this chart up a bit, we can see that traders were long off of last night's US session, off of yesterday's low, with stops at break even and possibly below that low. The market went up, pinned yesterday's high, and then 1 push, 2 push, 3 pushes before shifting down and consolidating above 75.50. Again, this market, depending on how it handles at 75.50, we could see it retest yesterday's long trades off the bottom, or perhaps head back towards this morning's high. Next up, we have the pound Swiss. Again, another market that's been trading sideways in a tight sort of 100 pip range. Again, we talked about that marginal new high and then consolidating underneath of it. Yesterday and today staying still in that 100 pip box. We have stops below that 1950 area from the breakout traders that are long, and stops above Friday night's high, just above that 2120 area. When we look at our 15-minute chart, you can see we still have a micro trend line that hasn't been broken. The market broke through yesterday's lows, pulled back to 2050 before retesting yesterday's low this morning and staying in that tight consolidation. Asian traders will have stops above that 2050 area. Again, no micro trend line break. We could see a breakout retest of the low, or a move down for a retest back above that trend line and a retest of today's high. For now, 2050 is a potential resistance area. This market is in a micro trend in the downward direction. Next up is our pound yen, another pair that's had a bit of movement yesterday. Again, we had short traders in from Friday night's session. They retested that and rolled over yesterday before hitting stops, taking out last week's lows. And again, now this morning, 1 push, 2 push, 3 pushes down near the pin on our 4-hour chart. We have existing stops around that 3250, just below 3250 area. We could see this market pull back to retest the Asian highs from this morning. Yesterday's trades still intact that were short. That market gave a nice 50 pip move down from the close of Asia before consolidating and then moving down late in the US session, then pulling back to the double zeros this morning, giving us a little M pattern engulfment reversal. This market has made a beeline straight down through that 3350 area, 1 push, 2 push, possibly 3 pushes down. We may see one more drive to the low here or a break above 3350 for a move back towards the high of the day. Currently, we're just below this 3350 as we head into the close of Asia. And again, this market could be giving us an indication of a possible pullback, retest, and a move back towards the high of Asia. Next up, we have the pound New Zealand. On our 4-hour chart, this market again sold off Friday night, made a very strong move, 1, 2, 3 down before reversing off the pin hammer last night, coming back up 100 pips roughly, and testing the high of that 250 pip box. So this 2500 area acted as a nice support area. You can see it's come off of that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and now a 4th time. And again, this 750 area may be acting as a potential resistance area. We have stops above the high of the week, stops obviously down above the high of that pin candle at 560 and below that at 470. When we look at our 15-minute chart, we can see that that market has long traders in from the 3-bar hammer engulfment on the open of Asia this morning. Just below that 600 double zero box, we have stops below the swing traders who have tried to catch this move back up long, and stops above the short traders above the 700 box area. Currently, this market could be giving us a peak formation high for the day. We may see one more push up into that 700 pip, 700 box area on a 3rd push, possible reversal in the Europe-London Open. Plenty of room for this market to come back and retest that Asian box well over 50, maybe 100 pips if that market does come back for one more push up. Again, that 750 box area may be a major area for resistance. We've stop hunted traders that were short in Asia, so this market may head back down to get the money that's sitting down underneath. Lastly, our British pound. Again, this market, we saw the running wedge fail, pulled back, dropped below the 2500 pip box, rolled over in yesterday's session, clearing out stops that were below last week's lows. This 2350 area has stops below it, as does 2290, and then of course 2250. We have a pin hammer for long traders from last week. This market has the potential to possibly move all the way back down to the low of that 250 pip box. Again, currently on our 15-minute chart, we have long traders from Friday's session stopped out. We have the long traders from the U.S. close stopped out in this morning's Asian session. This market potentially may find a bit of resistance off yesterday's low, but may also go after the money from the Asian shorts at either break even or above the high of the day. This market may retest this 2400 pip box before moving up, giving us a W double bottom reversal formation. There's plenty of stops still intact from traders that are short from yesterday and Friday's sessions. Again, there are stops at the low of the day, but 2400 could act as a major area for support and a retest of the high of the day up towards 2450. Just in closing, a little quote from Peter Lynch: in stock trading, if you're good, you're right 6 out of 10 times. You're never going to be right 9 times out of 10. Why it's important, traders, to focus on asymmetrical risk reward and to cut your losses and to ride your winners. Stick to your trading plan today. Stay disciplined, stay focused. Have a great trading day. Hopefully you got value out of today's video. Keep it simple, and may the markets go with you.
Hi traders, it's Stacey Burke from Stacey Burke Trading. If you haven't done so, please head over to my website at staceyburketrading.com. I create updates on almost a daily basis, and I would love for you to receive them. Just click on the blog. If you want to enter your name and your email address, I'll send you my free audio program, the 7-Step Daily Routine for High Performance Traders. This is essential knowledge for all traders in all markets, and this is for helping traders to master the market with discipline, confidence, and a winning mindset. I appreciate all your feedback and comments. As always, traders, stay disciplined, and may the markets go with you.